I think confidence is probably the biggest factor. Because you can get up on stage, and if you don't have confidence, you can forget everything you've been practicing, or you can speak so softly because you're afraid that the judge can't hear anything. And I think the ones who really excel are the ones you can tell are very confident in their speaking abilities, and they're not afraid to give it personality and have a little bit of fun with it and things like that. So I think as long as they can be confident, and I think that comes through preparation, then they'll do very well. I would say that when they're performing, it's exactly what you would find. I think children are very similar all around the world. So in Hong Kong, they might have more of a disadvantage because English is not their first language. But I think when they get on stage, they've rehearsed, they've practiced, they're ready to perform. And you can see their different personalities coming out more so than anything. Otherwise, I think it's pretty much the same. I think it can really be helpful. I teach secondary school writing, and what I see a lot is students have a very academic knowledge of English. They can write beautiful essays, but they're terrified when it comes to actually speaking and conversing with someone in English. So I think the confidence that you can gain, as well as the pronunciation from being in a competition like this, is invaluable. I think it will be very helpful in the long run. I think it would be very academic in a lot of ways. I think people are afraid to speak, especially to a native English speaker, because they're afraid that it's not good enough. So while I think the school does a good job of educating them writing and reading, I think that in daily life, everything is going to be in Cantonese. So English is only if absolutely necessary. But yeah, so I think a little more practice on the speaking and a little more interaction with English speakers would be very advantageous. But for the most part, it's easy for me to get around at least.